Hello, everyone. In this lecture, we will understand the compatibility and differences between Bitcoin Core and multi-chain, along with the pros and cons of each technology. Now, as you know, a key design principle of multi-chain is maximal compatibility with Bitcoin Core, which is the reference client for the Bitcoin network. So as a branch of Bitcoin Core, multi-chain shares quite a few technical characteristics that we will discuss in detail. The set of command line arguments, which are used in multi-chain, are also applicable in case of Bitcoin. So this compatibility is actually useful for developers, users, and the builders to build with freedom. Next is the network protocol, i.e. the format how multi-chain nodes will communicate with each other. It is actually quite similar to what the Bitcoin or how the Bitcoin Core nodes are communicating with each other. Now, another similarity is the JSON RPC APIs. Here again, the Bitcoin API and multi-chain API are quite similar. So, if you look at the documents here, these set of documents and the command line interface are quite compatible. The available resources are ample for Bitcoin, which can be used for multi-chain as well. Another compatibility is the transaction format, which means the structure of the transaction in which we arrange the JSON object. Now, using this, we arrange where the particular data will go. Here, the key value structures are similar, and this again helps you to understand the multi-chain transaction, JSON, and Bitcoin JSON together. Moreover, the script language, which provides the rules for determining if the output can be spent or not, are similar to Bitcoin scripts. Again, much like Bitcoin, the block format or the structure of the block specifies which one is the block inside the blockchain and which one should be on the top, bottom, or in between, and how many bytes it actually is representing. Now let us go back to Bitcoin Wiki to understand the byte format of the transaction and the types of transaction. If you look here, this structure is very similar in multi-chain and Bitcoin. As a result of this, a vast majority of information on Bitcoin developer documentation is applicable to multi-chain as well, which is a plus point of multi-chain. Now the big question is it good or bad? Actually, it is a very good thing that you have a huge community to support your development and a lot of people to ask questions over Stack Overflow for whatever topics concern you. You will find answers very easily because of the community support rather than building on a platform which is completely new. Multi-chain also depends on the Bitcoin Core, so if the Bitcoin Core is modified, multi-chain will also fall in line. Now let us focus on the development instead of worrying about the change in multi-chain structure, because it follows the Bitcoin Core eventually. Since we already know the similarities, let us look at the differences between multi-chain and Bitcoin Core. To support additional features, they naturally have to allow certain additional rules, or let us say additional modifications in the Bitcoin Core. These additional runtime parameters can be used for the command line, or even in the nodes per chain configuration file. Now, permissions management system, which we had already talked about, is a very good addition, including native asset transactions, data streams, and extension to the raw transactions API. If you are interested in understanding these at a deeper level, or simply want to read more about it, you can check the other modules under multi-chain technology. Now, if we evaluate whether it is good or bad, it definitely gives you more freedom to build and develop applications, which means all good and nothing bad. Of course, there are some things that don't have much clarity, but since it is still under development with improvements on a regular basis and a responsible developer support, we don't have much to complain about. All posted queries are resolved within a day. In fact, the multi-chain founder, Mr. Gideon Greenspan, is also very helpful, and if you want to directly drop him an email regarding a query, he responds promptly. Technically, it's a successful initiative to build your solutions on top of a blockchain, which is stable along with a good support and a huge community backing. So, if you have any queries, please feel free to ask. If you want more information regarding multi-chain, you can check other modules on our website. Thank you.